Ian was there when he just done.
Oh yeah, I go past.
Okay, you may recall a few weeks ago we flew the 3DBlackBox DNA, 3D printed wing, line of sight, and was ballistic, really fast. It was on 6S, wasn't it? It was on 6S, Nick. So actually, using now Hobby King's high voltage 6S packs, and I've put DJI O3 in here and a flight controller. So running iNav, latest iNav. So I can fly FPV. So I think this is like, it's set up again, it's not trimmed out. So I'm going to fly it line of sight, at least for the first couple of circuits to trim it out. Try acro mode to make sure that's working properly, and then slide my goggles on and hopefully fly FPV.
Just do a power check while I get the hold. Okay.
Feel good?
Good.
Got a bit of reflex. All right.
When you're ready.
No wind. That's a pain, isn't it? Okay, 3/4 power, and then we'll go. Okay. Awesome, Adrian. That looks good. All right. So I'm just going to check. I'm going to acro mode. And that feels good. Keep the wings moving. It's a small model, so orientation and auto leveling is on, so I just need to make sure I give it some time without touching the sticks so it can figure out its own level. Not get too far away. I don't think I'm going to have time to put the goggles on, do you know what I mean? This is the thing we found with these size models. You really do need to fly them FPV because they get small so quickly. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fly this flight line of sight actually. I think that's a better thing to do. So hands off. Come on, it should auto level. It's not far off now. Because you're literally taking my fingers off the sticks just for maybe a second before I have to turn. So it's not a lot of time for the flight controller to learn what level is. Hands off again. Oh, dipping quite a lot. Another pass for the cameraman, pulling it around. Okay, land from the right. Low throttle rather than off the throttle because it adds a bit of drag. And it just keeps gliding. Going around again. Virtually no wind, so I'm getting no help. Go a little bit further out. Keep the nose up. Let the speed bleed off. Beautiful. There you go. I think that was a sensible thing to do with that, Nick. Fly at line of sight and just make sure it was, you know, the FPV was working and the iNav was working on the flight controller. And then next clip we'll fly proper iNav, and so I can see what the speeds are. Back soon. Yes, so we had a very successful first flight with the DNA, but we had a bit of a disaster on our second flight of the day. Unfortunately, on the hand launch, it caught Adrian's hand and then went into the ground and got broken. Now, why did that happen? I think in discussion afterwards, we arrived at the conclusion that the wind had dropped. We had about 5 to 10 miles an hour of wind on that first flight, launched into wind, and then it climbed away. But on the second flight, by the late afternoon, the wind had totally dropped and it didn't give us that advantage on hand launch. And therefore, when he launched it, it dipped and the propeller caught his hand, unfortunately. Now, thankfully, no major harm done to Adrian. He's a tough guy, and he just got a couple of cuts on his hand. And actually, I've had failed hand launches in the past, and I have had exactly the same thing. It wasn't really even bleeding, thankfully. So I think we learned something there, that on the heavier models like this DNA, we either need a little bit of wind to hand launch them, or we've got to look at a dolly launch system. And I think that's what myself and Nick will be doing. Maybe we're going to use just something simple, or could we use a fast RC car? I don't know. But the beautiful thing is about 3D printing is that now that we own the STLs, I can just reprint from 3DBlackBox. I can just reprint the model for just a few pounds, because I already have the filaments, got the printers, and I can just reprint the fuselage and the wings, and I can transfer the gear over. I don't have to go to a shop, I don't have to buy anything else. So that's the benefit of 3D printing. I can print this time and time again and have lots more fun. So thanks for watching. The link for this is in the video description and the pinned comment. Thanks again to 3DBlackBox. Just an excellent and fun model to fly, even on the first 2 flights that we've had it. We'll print another one, we'll have another go. But thanks for watching, see you next time, bye.